One of the greatest video games ever gets even better with Metroid Prime Remastered. Metroid Prime Remastered is at last a reality after innumerable rumors and years of sadness as those leaks did not come to pass. Although its existence may not be shocking at this time, many were unprepared for Nintendo's unexpected shadow launch of it after this week's direct demonstration. Remember, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel as it helps out this channel grow, and don't forget to hit the notification button for all future videos. So how is Metroid Prime Remastered today? Here is our review of Metroid Prime Remastered for Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo GameCube classic Metroid Prime isn't completely redesigned, as the title suggests. The first-person adventure game plays out in every scene precisely as you remember it, from the exhilarating beginning on a crashed space frigate to the somber journey through Phendrana drifts. The GameCube title didn't require modification, even if it could have been tempting to give the original a remake like Dead Space treatment. Instead, the remaster quietly performs technical work to remind gamers of the reasons why Samus' initial 3D voyage is still a superior journey 2 decades later. For the uninitiated, Metroid Prime is a unique game whose genre hybrid style has only been replicated successfully a few times since its release. At a glance, it's a first-person shooter, but that's a slightly reductive read of it. While combat is an important part, it's much more of a puzzle platformer. Samus must navigate an alien planet by using her visors and abilities to complete environmental puzzles that build in complexity. Like a regular Metroid game, the adventure also has her regaining powers gradually, with each one opening up new paths and secrets as she backtracks through previously visited areas. In recent years, titles like High on Life and Journey to the Savage Planet have included that gameplay approach, but Metroid Prime is still the greatest in its category. I'm astounded by how much ahead of its time the game still feels when I first pick it up. From a first-person perspective, I can execute precision platforming thanks to the wonderfully smooth movement. Samus moves quickly, and with the push of a button, I can quickly lock onto opponents and other interactable things. I've already traversed 3 biomes and acquired a number of core skills in less than 2 hours. During that time, I don't even look up to check the time, it just flies by. That is where the minor adjustments made for the remaster matter. One significant modification is the new dual-stick control arrangement. Samus only used one stick to move in the original, relying on strafes to navigate. She quickly switched between her 4 weapons using the C-stick on the GameCube. The left stick now controls movement in the new control scheme, and the right stick now operates the camera like a regular shooter. The D-pad is used to flip visors, while the D-pad and X are used to choose between weapons. Although some players might not even notice the difference because it feels so natural, I find that it immediately enhances my experience. I can run and shoot instead of stopping to fire since my aim is much more fluid and free. I have to shoot eyeballs that fire green lasers to close them in one old-fashioned Chozo Ruins hallway so I can pass through unharmed. The room was a little tedious to backtrack through in the original because I had to pause and shoot each one separately. This time, I'm able to charge forward and shoot upwards as I pass each eye. The game's rapid pace is highlighted by tiny moments like those, which force me to maintain my momentum. The fact that there is some additional control tweaking is fantastic. Players can enable the motion controls that were used in the Wii port of the original in addition to the traditional system. Even the combination of those controls and the traditional one-stick setup is a classic control scheme. Additional choices let me switch the positions of my beam and missile buttons, enable gyroscope camera controls, and change how my D-pad menus let me access beams and visors. A game whose only entry hurdle was having limiting controls now has a plethora of possibilities. Without that, Metroid Prime is pretty much the pinnacle of video games. And now you won't have to wait eagerly for a door to open anymore because they load considerably more quickly. Players will feel more like they are peering into Samus' helmet thanks to a UI adjustment that adds a few metal shards to the screen. Of course, enhanced visuals are the main attraction of any remaster, and Metroid Prime Remastered more than lives up to expectations in that regard. The game's stunning start, in which a damaged frigate drifts across space with a massive orange planet in the distance, makes the touch-up clear right away. With cleaner graphics and finer lines, the sequence, which has always been a dramatic, evocative introduction, is even more jaw-dropping. From the floating space station to the Chozo ruins and beyond, every location in the game is exquisitely designed. You'll be astounded by the view that unfolds in front of you around each new corner. This game has it all, and none of it disappoints: tall skyscrapers, antiquated equipment, icy snowfields, dark, enigmatic dungeons. It's amazing how much detail Prime pays attention to. You pass past a gushing waterfall and notice little drips of water gathering on your visor. For a brief period of time, water, steam, alien guts, lightning, and other substances might clog up your visor, giving you the impression that you are the one wearing Samus' suit and exploring the dangerous worlds. The game's icy environment, Phendrana Drifts, is where I most sense that change. The biome's beautiful panoramas and substantial ice patches have made it a standout level for years. By making the whites whiter, lessening some of the gray slush tone from the original, and adding more texture to its rocky cliffsides, the remaster pays tribute to that. Sincerely, it was all the original required. Its breathtaking vistas can be appreciated with new eyes thanks to a smoother image, which restores the sensation of the sublime I experienced 20 years ago. This game's music is excellent. The game's ominous, evocative music heightens the tension. You feel energized and prepared to battle thanks to the strong boss music. When fast-paced, frantic music is played while you're in a dangerous situation, it inspires you to move quickly and stay alive. The techno, sci-fi-like soundtrack always fits the atmosphere and enhances the overall gaming experience. The sound effects are very beautifully done. Explosions, blasts, lasers, alien war cries, and death moans are just a few of the realistic-sounding sounds that accompany the action. The seemingly unthinkable has been accomplished with Metroid Prime Remastered. A masterpiece has been improved. The improvements that have been made here much outweigh any little concerns we may have with the motion controls, and the occasional visual malfunction. One of the best-looking titles on the Switch is the result of major graphic upgrades that extend to even the smallest elements. Both seasoned gamers and newbies agree that the new twin-stick system works beautifully. However, if you're yearning to return to the standard GameCube controls, that choice is also available. Metroid Prime Remastered feels like a new benchmark in how classic games can be tastefully modernized, along with an extended gallery function. Metroid Prime is a masterpiece, and would highly recommend this game. Metroid Prime Remastered is getting a 10 out of 10. What did you think about Metroid Prime Remastered for the Nintendo Switch? Please leave comments below to share your thoughts. That will do it for this episode. We do live streams throughout the week. Mostly games from the Xbox or the Nintendo Switch, and we also do retro games throughout the week as well. And remember, if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up for support. Thank you for watching, and I will see you here on the next episode. Have a great day.